Hello everybody, I'm going to be doing a perfume collection video today, so I'm just using my phone to do this, so the picture might not be that good. And this is the perfume collection that I have with me at university. It's maybe about 3/4 of my collection and the rest are at home, so this is just the ones that I've brought with me to university with me. So I've got quite a few to go through. I've got a huge collection, so please bear with me while I do this. Okay. So this is the drawer that I brought with me to university. I'm just going to go through them all in no particular order. So okay, I'll start with this one. This is Miss Dior Sherry Low. This is now discontinued. I bought this last year just before I went to Paris with me. As you can see, I've used quite a lot. This is a very fresh, citrusy, powdery perfume. I really enjoy wearing this in summer. The main notes are this kind of lemon, and it's got a very powdery undertone, very fresh. It's kind of a little bit kind of cottony fresh in a way. I was wearing this morning actually. It's really beautiful, fresh summery perfume. Okay, this is Kate Moss Kate. This is a rose fragrance. It's a very vintagey rose fragrance. It reminds me of you know, kind of old-fashioned dressing tables. It's very dark rose. It's very beautiful. It's not too long-lasting though, but I really enjoy wearing this one all year round. It's one of probably my favourite rose fragrance actually, just because it's very sweet, very it's very kind of a rich rose fragrance, so I really like that one. Okay, this is Britney Spears Midnight Fantasy. It's one of the first perfumes that I really loved. This is a very fruity fragrance. I think there's some night blooming floral notes in here, so it's very much a nighttime fragrance. When I first bought this, actually, it kind of, I was always reminded of lemonade. Kind of, it's got a sparkly undertone to it. It reminds me of kind of like a fairy ball. Yeah, that's how I'd kind of describe this in idealistic terms, as being, you know, a fairy fragrance. It's very unusual, very fruity, very beautiful. It's also got a vanilla dry down, because the Britney Spears Fantasy collection are known as being very gourmand. This one's not too gourmand, not like the original Fantasy, but it is still sweet, and it's got that vanilla-y dry down to it. Another kind of gourmand fragrance is Katy Perry Meow. It kind of reminds me of Milkshake in a way. It's very vanilla-y. It's got a kind of strawberry scent to it. I don't think there's actual strawberry in this, but it does remind me of like a strawberry milkshake. It's very creamy, very nice to wear, and the bottle's really cute as well. Okay, this is Alien. This is the Taste of Fragrance edition. I have done a review of this before, so it's like the original Alien. You've got the you know, amber and the jasmine, but there's a added caramel note to this, which makes it a little bit sweeter. It's a salted caramel. I can't remember if it's salted caramel popcorn or just salted caramel, but either way, it's mentholy, it's sweet, and there's a gourmand kind of element to this. Here's another Alien edition. This is Alien Sun Essence, or d'Amber, and this is a summertime Alien edition, but it's not too citrusy like most of the Alien summertime editions. It's a little bit tropical, and there's kiwi in the top of this, and also vanilla, which is kind of unusual for Alien, but it's still very essentially Alien. It does smell like the original Alien, just a little bit lighter, a little bit fruitier, and a little bit sweeter because of that vanilla. This is probably my favourite Alien edition, and I might even like this more than the original Alien. I bought this quite recently. I bought this term, so I've used kind of a little bit. I really like the bottle as well. It's very shimmery, but I really enjoy wearing this. It's not too summery yet. I'll just show you outside. It's kind of grey and bleak, but I think during summer this will be great, but it is still a little bit heavy, so I don't think I'll wear this on really summery days, just, you know, when it's kind of bright, because it's got that beautiful kiwi in it. So yeah, I really enjoy this one. Here's another Alien edition. This is Sonessence du Soleil. I'm really sorry, I don't know how to pronounce this. This is very similar to the original Alien again, but very fresh, very light, very fresh. I did a review of Aqua Chick. If you look at my previous videos, I did Aqua Chick and that Taste of Fragrance one. I don't have Aqua Chick anymore, I did sell it, but this is very similar to Aqua Chick, but it's not as peppery, it hasn't got the ginger in it that gave Aqua Chick its kind of vibe. This has got grapefruit in it instead of that ginger. So again, it's very fresh with a grapefruit opening, and it never gets too heavy like the original Alien, but it is very if you have the original Alien, you'll know what that smells like, and this is still very Alien. It just still smells like the original Alien. It's just got that grapefruit in the opening. Okay, this is what I'm wearing right now. This is Juicy Couture's Couture. As you can see, it's got a very beautiful bottle with lots of charms on. I bought this 2 years ago, and as you can see, I've not used a lot of it at all, really. The reason for this is it's quite heavy. It's very floral. I'm not a huge floral fan. The main notes in this that you can smell are kind of grapefruit, honeysuckle, which Viva La Juicy, if you've ever smelled that, has got a very strong honeysuckle note. It kind of makes sense, a little bit gloopy and heavy, which really works for scents like Viva La Juicy, but in this it just kind of makes it a bit too heavy for me. It's one of the most sophisticated fragrances I have, actually. And also there's an incense vibe to it. Incense I don't think is listed in the notes, but to me it smells very floral with that grape, and also very incensey, so it's quite a sophisticated fragrance, but it's still got a young kind of tone to it with the packaging, and also that fruity grape note, and I think it's got plum in it as well, so the grape and the plum make it a little bit lighter for younger audiences, but essentially it's still very heavy and incensey. Okay, this is one of the first fragrances I ever bought. This is the original Paris Hilton, and I've not really worn it for years now. It's very fruity, very peppery. It's almost, if it didn't have the fruit in it, it would be very much unisex, but it does. It's not too sweet, not like Paris Hilton's later fragrances, which became very sugary and sweet. But yeah, it's quite pleasant, but I think because I wore this so often when I first got it, because I only had about 2 or 3 fragrances at the time, I kind of became a bit bored of this, so I've not worn it for a very long time now. But mainly it's just quite heavy and very peppery. So yeah. Okay, I've got a few of these vial samples of Prada Infusion d'Iris Eau de Toilette, as you can see. This is very light and powdery. It's going to be perfect for the summertime. I'm really looking forward to wearing this in the summer. I've got 4 or 5 samples of this, so I do wear it like a proper perfume. That's why I'm reviewing my samples as well. Very light, very very powdery, and very beautiful. Okay, this is one I've not worn for a while. This is L'Eau de Chloe, sorry. I think I did a review of this earlier. I love the packaging, it's very beautiful. It's very citrusy, powdery rose scent, and it's got frozen lemonade in it, rose and musk, I think, and it's very summery, very it's kind of laundry fresh, so there is a kind of laundry scent to this. So there. Okay, this is Vera Wang Lovestruck. I got this at Christmas. Packaging again, very very beautiful. This one's very it's a floral scent. It's a little bit sweet. There's some grapefruit, I think, in this. It's very grapefruity fragrance, but it's not too long lasting. It's a very fleeting fragrance. It doesn't last very long, but it's very romantic and soft and beautiful, like you would want a scent to be. So I do enjoy wearing this when I wear it, but you know, it's not a fragrance that says a lot really. It's just a kind of nice, pleasant fragrance. It's not going to offend anybody. It's probably a really nice gift for if you've got a girlfriend, because it's very unoffensive. But overall, it's not groundbreaking in any way. I have to say none of the Vera Wang fragrances are. Okay, this is one of my favourite fragrances. This is Miss Dior Eau de Parfum. Because it's got a little bow on it. The packaging's very cute. I've used quite a lot of it. And this is the 2012 edition. So this is the reformulation. So if you buy this in shops more recently, you'll probably end up getting this one instead of Miss Dior Sherry. It's the same fragrance, just a reformulation, so it smells a little bit different. But this is the one that is being sold now, and this is beautiful. This is it's got a lot of patchouli in it, so it has kind of got that very warm, dry down to it, and it's got a citrusy, jammed citrusy opening. So there's some mandarin orange in here and some strawberry leaves. It's got a kind of a little strawberry vibe, but I always think this fragrance is a little bit naughty. It's it's that farm girl messing around with the farm boy in a field kind of fragrance. Don't really know how else to describe it, but it's very romantic. I wore this in Paris. I think I mentioned in another video I wore this one and that one in Paris. So these always remind me of the Eiffel Tower and the Louvre and the Musée d'Orsay and Van Gogh and Michelangelo and all these artists' paintings and sculptures that I saw in Paris. So I absolutely adore this fragrance. It works very well in the rain. When the rain mixes with this on your skin, it just somehow smells absolutely beautiful and amazing. I really need to buy some more of this because it is one of my absolute favourite fragrances. Okay, here's the original Britney Spears Fantasy. I've had this before, and this is my second bottle. I first got it when it first came out, so I was about 12, 13 at the time. And I bought this bottle 2 years ago now. Most people will know about this fragrance. It's a very gourmand fragrance. It's got kiwi in it, cupcakes, vanilla. It opens with that kiwi, but you can smell the vanilla and the cupcake all the way through. It's it's probably the sweetest fragrance I have, and it's a little bit powdery. It's very, very sweet, a little bit cloying. I don't wear this too often because it's very heavy, and everybody can smell it on you. I will smell this on other people. But the packaging's very cute, and I do feel like this is somehow a groundbreaking perfume, because this is, for me, the ultimate celebrity fragrance. I think this has set the standards for a lot of other celebrities to come. Paris Hilton, J-Lo, Katy Perry, all their later fragrances seem to be inspired by this somehow. Actually, maybe not J-Lo, hers are a little bit fresher, but definitely Katy Perry and Paris Hilton seem to be inspired by this fragrance, because it is a very good seller. A lot of people have this fragrance, and it's just, for me, the ultimate celebrity fragrance. Not necessarily my favourite celebrity fragrance. I kind of prefer Midnight Fantasy, but it is just such a well-known and well-loved fragrance. Okay, this is Dolce & Gabbana Parfum. This is the new edition that came out last year. This is another gourmand fragrance, but it's a kind of sophisticated gourmand. You've got marshmallow and vanilla are the main notes in this. There's some kind of berry notes in there as well, but it is definitely the marshmallow that you smell, and it does dry down very beautifully. It seems to work very well with my skin, definitely. It's very warming, comforting. I would like to wear this in autumn, winter. So yeah, I think it's got raspberry in the opening as well, along with that marshmallow. So it's raspberry, marshmallow and vanilla. Okay, this is one that my friend bought me. It's Lolita Lempicka. The bottle is one of my favourite bottles in my collection. It's just very beautiful. It looks quite fragile in a way. It's kind of got kind of gilded elements, and the spray is very unusual. You have to kind of press that down and it sprays right at you. This is a powdery licorice scent. It's very heavy, and the main note is the licorice in this. So yeah, I like to wear that in winter as well. Jennifer Lopez Live Lux. This, my friend bought me this one. I've also got a bigger bottle of this. This is kind of a mini 15ml bottle. I love the bottle. It's very beautiful. This is a very fruity scent. It's perfect for summer. It reminds me of a fruit salad. I have to say I'm not too sure of the notes in this one, but it's very, it's got citrusy elements and very fruity, perfect for summer. I don't wear that one too much, I have to say. This is the original Katy Perry Pear, which I bought over Christmas again. I really do love this one. There's something, it is a fruity floral, like most celebrity fragrances, but there is something a little bit different about this. It's very fresh. I think there's some bamboo in this, and it does give it a very fresh, clean, crisp element to the traditional fruity floral, which I really love. The bottle, I mean, I'm not too fond of cats, but the bottle's quite unusual, I suppose. I like, you know, showing this one off. It's very cute. But for me, it is a really pleasant celebrity fragrance, just because of its crispness, because of that bamboo. I just really enjoy wearing this one. Okay, this is Siren by Paris Hilton. I don't have the lid. This one, if you've ever tried Viva La Juicy, which most of you probably will do, you know it's this very fruity fragrance that's defined by the honeysuckle note, which I think I mentioned Couture Couture has that as well, which makes it very gloopy and heavy. And this one has this. It's quite similar to Viva La Juicy, but it's not got the fruity opening like that has. And it's a little bit more creamy. I'd say the main notes are that honeysuckle and vanilla. This has a very nice vanilla dry down, but it is the honeysuckle that you smell the most. This one's really good for all year round because it's warming, so it's good for winter, but also it's quite light, so it's good for summer as well. I really enjoy wearing this one. Okay, this is my favourite fragrance. This is Prada Candy. It's not an overly complex scent. There's only really 3 notes. It's got musk, benzoin and caramel, and it is a very powdery caramel fragrance. It smells a little bit like Prada Infusion d'Iris. It's very, very powdery, but it's very gloopy caramel. It's just absolutely beautiful. I think you should just smother yourself in this fragrance during winter because it's so comforting. It's a very rich caramel as well. It just smells so good. So yeah, I love that. I love the colouring of the bottle as well. It just reminds you of that gloopy caramel. Okay, this is Rihanna Rebel Fleur. I don't wear this one too much, as you can tell how much I've got left. This one is tropical, it's fruity, it's a little bit oriental, it's very heavy, it's very musky. The notes in this are quite strong notes. You've got obviously your musks, and there's some plum in here. I'm not too sure of the rest of the notes without looking actually, but it is the plum and the musk that you definitely smell in this. It's quite unusual for a celebrity fragrance. Oops, sorry. Just because it combines a lot of elements of different genres of perfume all together. It is quite unique because of that. It's, you know, it smells like you've mixed loads of perfumes together to get this. So it's perfect for winter. It's perfect for nights out because it's very boozy and heavy and crazy in a way. Okay, this one is Nina Ricci, Le Paradise de Nina, and this is a marzipan fragrance. It smells very sweet. It smells like cakes. As you can see, it's got kind of frosted glass. It's very cute. It's a limited edition. So it's quite hard to find. You could probably find it on eBay, but I got this in the sale at the fragrance shop about 2 years ago now, and I absolutely love wearing this because it's so sweet. It's just it is just mainly a marzipan almondy kind of note to it that just smells like cake, really. Okay, another Paris fragrance. This is Heiress. And this one is a very fresh, fruity fragrance. It smells like bubble gum. There's some passion fruit in here. I think there's some peach, which usually make a bubblegummy note. It's not too sweet. I'll just have a little smell. It's quite unoffensive. It's very light. It smells kind of like shampoo and soap. It's a fragrance for people who don't like wearing fragrances, to be honest, because if you wear this, it doesn't smell like you're wearing a fragrance at all. It smells like you've just got a very pleasant kind of shampoo and shower gel thing going on. But the bottle's got sparkles in it. It's quite girly and cute. I do like. This is my second bottle again. I used to have this and I ran out. I'm not too sure why I rebought it. I think I just saw it cheap and rebought it. But I don't wear it too much anymore, but I did at school. This and the original Paris and Britney Spears Fantasy were my go-to fragrances, just because they were very unoffensive and perfect for school. Okay, here's another unoffensive fragrance. This is Hypnose by Lancome. This again is my second bottle. This was my favourite fragrance for a while. Again, it's very passion fruity. It's vanilla-y, and there's a kind of pine note to this. It reminds me of pine forests. I have to say the shower gel and the lotion remind me a little bit more of that pine forest than this, but it has got a very cold element to it that reminds me of like pine trees. The vanilla in this isn't too sweet either. It's kind of a pleasant, cooling vanilla rather than a warming vanilla. But yeah, it's quite unoffensive, quite light again. Just very perfect for gifts because of how unoffensive it is. Okay, this is Jennifer Lopez Live, which I used to love when I was younger, but I've not really. I don't really wear this anymore. I don't know why. I bought it because I remembered that I used to really like it, and then when I sprayed it again, I remember I didn't really like it that much. I love the bottle. The bottle's absolutely beautiful, but the opening is very fruity and it's very, very loud. The only really element I like about this is the dry down. It's a very you've still kind of got the fruits, but they kind of mellow down after a while, and then you have a sweet caramel dry down, which is the main bit that I like about this fragrance. Okay, another really old fragrance now. This is DKNY Be Delicious, the original green apple. I've not got too much of that left at all, really. Most people know about this. It does just really smell of fresh apple. Very pleasant. You can always tell when someone's wearing this because they smell like apple. This is a new fragrance. This is La Petite Robe Noire by Guerlain, which I got for Christmas. This, again, like Lolita Lempica, is a licorice scent, but this one's a little bit more of a cherry licorice. I love the bottle. It's kind of a classical antiquity inspired bottle with it looks like a little temple with the top, but it's got a nude twist because it's got the kind of cute little black dress. This is Guerlain making their perfumes accessible to a younger audience. So this one will appeal to the younger girls, but it's still quite heavy and perfect for night time. It's perfect for meals out or going out dancing, going clubbing. Again, it's kind of like a boozy scent, like Rihanna Rebel Fleur, but mainly it's just kind of that cherry and licorice. Okay, I've spoken about this one quite a few times now, so I won't talk too much about this. This is Naughty Alice by Vivienne Westwood. A very beautiful bottle. It's got a charm on it. Powdery violet rose scent. Okay, this is Taylor Swift Wonderstruck, which again I got at Christmas. I love the bottle to this. It's very kind of sparkly. I love the top of the bottle. It's very decorative, very, very bohemian. It reminds me of Paris in the 1900s, the bottle. The scent itself is kind of a combination of other celebrity scents. There's a little bit of, Britney Spears Fantasy in there. There's a little bit of Paris Hilton's fragrances in there. But there is something different about this. I mainly got it because when it first came out last summer, I used to always spray the testers on, then go to the park and read, Stephen King's It in the rain or in the sunshine. So it's just kind of a nostalgic scent for me because it reminds me of a great time in my life last year. It sounds so weird just reading and chilling out in Starbucks and going to the park. So that's why I bought this. But it's very uplifting, happy scent. It's very fruity. I'm not too sure of the notes of this one, but it's mainly those fruits. And if I remember correctly, the fruits continue into the dry down. So you know, it's not just like it dries down to a basic vanilla, it carries on with the fruits. It has got a vanilla dry down, but it's not too sweet. It's just very uplifting, very fruity and pleasant. Okay, this one is Next Just Pink, which was the first fragrance I was ever bought when I was about 9 or 10. I bought this last year. They changed the bottle every few years, so this is kind of one of the, I think they've changed it since this actually, but I bought this when I worked at Next last year, just because I remembered liking it when I was younger. This is quite a really, for you know, a really cheap scent. This was £6, and I worked at Next, so I got a discount, so it probably paid about £4.50 for this. And it's such a good fragrance. It's an eau de toilette, but it does last all day, and it's very citrusy. It's green. It smells like, you know, blossoms, but it's got a fresh heart, and it's not sweet at all. It's kind of just very floral and fresh, but it does last all day for being an eau de toilette and for being so cheap. It literally, you can put this on at 9 in the morning and, you know, at 6 at night it's still going strong, kind of thing. So it's very pleasant. This is perfect for if you've got nieces or daughters or cousins who are young and want to experiment with fragrances. This is a great first fragrance for them, because it was my first fragrance, and you know, it got me into fragrances, definitely. And it's so unoffensive, and it's perfect for school, and it's high quality. So I just really enjoy this fragrance. Okay, this is DKNYB Delicious, oh no, Sweet Delicious, sorry. It's limited edition, and this is Creamy Meringue. Yeah, Creamy Meringue. And this is very sweet. The whole collection of this were inspired by kind of gourmands. There was the green one, the pink one, and the yellow one. And this one was my favourite. It's very sweet. It reminds me of, again, cakes, a little bit of, it kind of reminds me of this one, like the, you know, the marzipan. But this one's very lemony, but very, very sweet lemon. It kind of reminds me of, you know, children's, when you was a child and you had medicine given to you by the doctor that was supposed to be banana, but it didn't really taste or smell like banana. It kind of reminds me of this. So this, I think I bought this because of nostalgia of being ill when young, which I wasn't a very ill child. I wasn't ill very often, but I used to love banana medicine, even though it didn't taste like banana. But this smells like that, so I love wearing this one. Again, there's not much. Oh my god, there's even less than I thought. Oh, I really need to rebuy this one because it's so nice. Two here. These are Mariah Carey's Lollipop Bling collection, which was inspired by candy. This one's honey. This one's just very fresh, fruit salady, a little bit lemony, very citrusy, maybe a little bit pineapple-y. It just reminds me of a fruit salad in the summer, very light. These ones don't last too long. They're just kind of ones perfect for school or college or university, where you're only going in for a few hours for lessons, so that they'll kind of last you that long, but not any other time. Or maybe just shopping or going to the park, because they're very fresh. This one's my favourite one. This one's Ribbon, and this one reminds me of the blue WKDs that you get. You know, Alka Pops, kind of blueberry flavoured pop. It's a little bit boozy, but again, perfect for the day because it doesn't last too long. It's a little bit sour. It just kind of smells like sour blue Alka Pop, to be honest. Okay, I'm nearly running out now. Thank God. This is Peace, Love and Juicy Couture. It's got a beautiful kind of turquoise, I think it's real turquoise bangle. It's got all these charms on it. It got the kind of logo, and it's got like a little peace sign, or I don't know, it's an anti-nuclear war sign. This is one of my ultimate festival fragrances. I've only ever been to one festival, and I don't even think I wore this at the festival, but it reminds me of festivals. God, this is a mess of a video. I've not used too much. I got this 2 years ago. I went through a Juicy Couture phase, and I got this one, Couture and Viva La Juicy, which is at home at the minute, and I'll review that when I do my home perfume collection. This is very lemony, but it reminds me of soil, and it reminds me of soil after it's rained. That's all I can really describe it as, lemony soil. So it's very fresh. A lot of people describe this as being dirty, and it is dirty, but it smells like dirt, not actual. You know, it doesn't smell dirty as in gross. It smells like actual dirt after it's rained, which is kind of, I don't know, kind of pleasant. Actually, it's kind of nice in the summer to wear something that smells like fresh earth after it's rained. So yeah, I wore this the other day actually. I've got the matching lotion as well, so I really enjoy wearing that one. Okay, 2 more now. Kylie Minogue Darling, which is a very powdery floral scent. It's very unoffensive. I think anyone of any age could wear this quite pleasantly because it's soft, but it's also quite classy. It reminds me of you know, luxurious bubble bath. It just smells very clean and florally, a little bit sweet, but not too sweet. The bottle's really beautiful. It's kind of got a pearlescent effect. So I bought this one last term when I was ill. I had a chest infection, and so I thought it'd be a good idea to spoil myself and buy more perfume. This one is Kylie Minogue Dazzling Darling, sorry. This one's kind of a purpley colour. It's the same bottle, just a different lid, and purple. I did a review of this. It's a powdery violet scent. Not much else to say about that, but if you love violet scents, this is one of the ultimate ones. It's kind of a sparkly violet, so I enjoy wearing that one. Okay, nearly the finish line is in sight, guys. Hypnotic Poison by Christian Dior. One of my favourite nighttime fragrances. It's almondy, it's smoky, it's very vanilla-y. It's mainly the kind of vanilla-y almond that you smell of this, but it's very heavy, very musky. It's not like Rebel Fleur, but it's along the same lines, that kind of crazy nighttime fragrance, going to have a mental breakdown any moment kind of thing, and I absolutely love this. I love kind of how rich and smoky it is. So yeah, another one I need to repurchase. I got this last year, and I wore it on many boozy nights out, being sick in my own hair. So great fragrance. Don't drink too much, guys. Right, I'm wondering if I should do some samples now. Okay, I've got a few samples of this, so I'll do this one. This is Beyonce Heat Rush. This is a, I think the person who made Viva La Juicy, no, I'm wrong. The person who made Siren and Justin Bieber's Sunday, also the nose behind it, also made this one. So again, you've got that honeysuckle. There's some orange in the opening, and it kind of stays that way all the way through. It's that gloopy kind of honeysuckle, but the orange makes it very fruity and perfect for summer. Okay, onto my niche fragrance samples now. The reason I'm doing these is because I do kind of wear these like regular fragrances, so I'll just get onto these.